Peace and love, everybody out there. All praise and glory belongs to the creator of the heavens and the earth. I just want to say, stay out of black folks' conversations. Stay out of black people's business. This whole Kyrie situation is a result of some white folks sticking their nose in black people's conversations, which is weird and creepy and giving serpent energy. Kyrie Irving, who is a descendant of West African slaves and Native Americans, posted a link for black people. He posted that link for his people. The title of the movie is called Wake Up Black America. It's directed towards us, not nobody else. If you are not a black American, then the movie is not about you or for you. All the attention is not on you, it's on us. Stop trying to be in the middle of our spotlight. Kyrie Irving is a black man sharing information to other black men. Everything he posts isn't for everybody. Yes, everybody can see it on a public platform such as Twitter. But if you see something on Twitter that isn't for you, then keep scrolling and mind your business. His tweet is for those who come from his bloodline, those who descend from his ancestors that were labeled Negroes in America. After 400 plus years in America, he just wanted to share with other black men like, hey, check this out. It's about our history before we were labeled Negro in America. Chew the meat and throw away the bone. Take the message and leave the messenger. So why in the world are white people and letter J people so upset because black people are sharing innocent conversation about ourselves concerning our history and heritage and culture prior to 1619? Why did the media explode over this story and made it seem like Kyrie went out and killed 1 million people and raped and robbed and stole from 1 million people? Why deceive the world into painting Kyrie as a bad person? Why did the nations of earth make a tumult and uproar over the remembrance of the name of Israel? Why isn't the media addressing the true topic of this movie? It's about black people's history. It's not about nobody else. Why is the media doing the most over our history? The media is owned by letter J elite, the synagogue of Satan, Revelations 2:9 and Revelations 3:9. These letter J elites are so wicked that they changed the whole narrative and topic of the movie to make it seem like that it was talking about them. They wanted to steal the spotlight that was on us, black people. They wanted to steal the attention that's on us, black people. And they wanted to make the attention about them. The entire movie is about black people, and now we have white people and letter J people who want to be included in our conversations. They want to be included in how we think and what we know, and they want to dictate to us what we are allowed to watch and can't watch. Some letter J people want to pretend. They are pretending to be victims. They want to pretend to be oppressed by black people, and most of them, they never even watched the documentary. They didn't even watch it. They just wanted to pretend to be victims of everybody. But guess what? You will never be black people's victims because we are the oppressed ones. Our history is worse than anything you've ever been through. What happened to black people in Africa and in America is 100 times worse than the Holocaust. But it's not about that. This is truly a sad and pathetic attempt to distract black people from the main topic of the movie, which is our identity and history. It is sad and pathetic that the richest, most powerful people in the world are pretending to be victims to the weakest and poorest people in America. You have the richest and most powerful people in the world pretending to be victims, pretending to be oppressed by the black man. The black man is the poorest and most oppressed man in America. We are the people living under a curse, a mental destruction due to our lack of knowledge. Prophet Jacob, peace be upon him, had 12 sons. He didn't have one son. He had 12 sons. 12 sons that had great, large families that turned into tribes. And when those 12 tribes were kicked out of the land of Israel, they were scattered all over the earth. And the southern kingdom fled into Africa. Yes, there were Israelite tribes that fled into Africa. After being in Africa for thousands of years, the white man found our ancestors and they used the Hamite tribes, the Hamite Africans. They used them to hunt down our ancestors and sell them to the white man. Africans didn't sell their own people. They sold the tribes of Israel who lived amongst their land. Now, Kyrie is going around apologizing over and over again. He done made about 4 apologies. Yesterday, he made an apology that was about 20 minutes long. Today, he made another apology These evil, wicked people did something to Kyrie Irving to cause him to go on an apologizing tour, a public display of buck breaking. The latter-day elite have shown their devil horns these past few weeks. They raised their head out of the snake holes and showed us who they truly are. Kyrie's post caused the devil to expose himself in a fit of rage. The synagogue of Satan showed himself to the world and proved that Kanye West was right. The liars and the deceivers, the ones who paint the narrative in the media which they own. We saw the serpent people in action. Bald head, shaved face, serpent people. Never trust a man that shaved his face bald. We've seen the Khazarians in action. We've seen Amalek united with Esau to keep black people silent. They don't want black people to know the truth about ourselves. They don't want us to know why our ancestors fell victim to America and became her slaves and her oppressed class of citizens. They don't want us to know why we were cut off from being a nation. America has played mental mind games with black people's minds for 400 years, and our mental mind games days is over. The black awakening will continue to spread like fire, and it's a good thing. We just want our people to live righteous and holy and united together. We just want to destroy the violence and drugs and gangs in our communities by teaching our youth that they come from chosen. They came from the great chosen sons of Abraham, and the latter-day elites are so evil they feel as if black people don't need to know their history and identity, because when we stand united, their chess game falls apart. They can no longer sell their poison and drugs and crime and Hollywood deception and TV programs to black people once we unite and wake up from our 400-year slumber. Nothing is more powerful than a black united nation, like the days of King Solomon and King David, peace be upon them. The real Wakanda, called Jerusalem, the kingdom of Israel. And the real Black Panther is the Messiah, who is the Lion of Judah. The tribe of Judah were burnished, bronze-colored people with woolly hair. We just want our people to know the truth so they could stop idolizing a white graven image of our enemy, which is the root of our problems, breaking the first 2 commandments and looking up to another race as the superior. We just want to break that curse of graven images and worshiping the oppressor. Oh, and the owner of the Brooklyn Nets, Tsai, this man radiates with evil and racism and hatred. Look at his fierce consonants. Look at his fierce face. He supports enslaving Chinese Muslims, so you know he really hates black slaves. And a rich black slave is still a slave in their eyes. That's why they feel comfortable with treating us like slaves instead of humans. Tsai also owns Alibaba. Alibaba is Asia's version of Amazon, and Alibaba financially supported China's genocide of the Uyghur Muslims. Tsai gave the communist Chinese government the money and the technology used to track its citizens. This technology was used widely in the region where over 1 million Uyghur Muslims were forced into barbed wire camps for re-education and other atrocities done to them and still being done to them to this day. Right now as we speak. Tsai invested heavily in 2 government-backed artificial intelligence companies which developed facial recognition used for population surveillance and is at the core of China's controlling of Uyghur Muslims. So we see what kind of mentality Tsai has. We see what kind of communist, slave master mental mind games he's a part of. He hates Muslims, and he feels Muslims needs to be re-educated to start worshiping dragons and Buddha and become atheists like the rest of the Chinese government antichrist agenda. With this same mentality, he is enforcing a 6-step program that was designed to publicly buck break and mentally destroy Kyrie in order for him to return to the team. And in this 6-step program, he wanted Kyrie to be trained and re-educated, just like the Chinese government do to their Muslim population in those massive concentration camps in China. And let's not forget to mention that Kyrie Irving is a Muslim also. So now we understand Tsai's background and mentality and his hate for Muslims and his desire to keep black people mentally subservient, dumbed down, and enslaved. Now we know why he is evil enough to spearhead a public humiliation ritual of his own player, Kyrie Irving, and throw him under the bus. Tsai is the one who blew this whole situation out of proportion and did the most. You see, Tsai wanted to feel like a true white American man. The whole world wishes that they were white Americans, and for 15 minutes, Tsai got to feel like what it means to be an American white man. And an ultimate American white man experience is to be a slave master. For 15 minutes, Tsai got to feel like a slave master, oppressing his black property, publicly bug breaking his slave. It's an addictive feeling. Oppressing black people and bullying them around and keeping their history from them is an addictive feeling, and a white man loves that feeling. It feels good to destroy an innocent black man who didn't commit any crime. It feels good to dehumanize a black man. It feels good to show the black man that you are superior to him. And for 15 minutes, Tsai got to experience that euphoria of destroying and lynching a black man who committed no crime, a black man who shared a harmless movie to other black men. What is the harm in black people knowing who they are? What is the harm in black people waking up after 400 years in America? Why are you terrified of a united, righteous black nation? Why do you want us to continue to shoot and kill each other? Why do you want us to continue living in sin? Why do you want us to continue to worship money? Why do you want us to continue being unmodest, half-naked, promiscuous, drug-using, alcohol drinking, black and mild smoking, drug selling, robbing, stealing, pagan holiday worshiping, white Jesus worshiping people? Why do these people want us to remain cursed and sleep and dumbed down and lost and mentally destroyed? Why are you in black people's conversations? Stay out of black people's conversations. We don't care what white people talk about amongst themselves when it comes to their family's history. We don't care what Latter J people talk about amongst themselves. We don't think about y'all. Honestly, we do not think about y'all. We have our own problems. We have our own mission. We have our own children to wake up and keep on a righteous path. We have our own healing to do. We are not your enemy, but you are our enemy. Some of y'all. We don't hate you, but some of y'all hate us. We don't care what Asian people talk about amongst themselves. We don't care what other races talk about amongst themselves concerning their family history. And every black person in America who descends from slaves is a part of Kyrie Irving's family. We all have the same bloodline. We all come from the same ships. This is family business. This is black family conversation. Stay out of it. Twitter is the best place to spread a message to his family of millions and millions of people. It was a peaceful, harmless, noble act on Kyrie's part. Kyrie didn't speak any disrespect to anybody. Kyrie spoke no evil. Kyrie's focus was solely on black America, nobody else. Kyrie was not thinking about no Latter J people. His focus was on sharing information with his people, black people, so our future could be brighter and better. Kyrie is just a humble man who dropped the link to black people and kept it pushing in the midst of Ye West being under attack of the same people for informing black people that you are Hebrews, you are Semites. Black people cannot be anti-Semitic. That's a fake word used as a weapon. We descend from Shem. Now we know who we come from. A Hebrew means you are a descendant of Abraham. And we know Abraham was black. We know his son Ishmael was black because he named his son Kedar, which means black skin. The word dark comes from Kedar. We know Moses was black. When he put his hand inside his robe and it came out, it was white when he was talking to the Creator through the burning bush. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, seen Moses during his trip to heaven and said that he was a dark brown man. We know you guys hate so-called black people. We understand that. We get it. We understand you guys want so-called black people, so-called African Americans, so-called Negroes to remain slaves and dumbed down. We get it. But stay out of black people's business. Stay out of black families' conversations. We are not hurting nor oppressing any Latter J person. From now on, we are raising our children up to know who they are and how our ancestors came to America and why they came over here. We are going to teach our children the truth. Stay out of our kids' minds. That's weird and creepy and satanic and pedophile. Why are you other nations so concerned about what we teach our children? We will guide the future of our children into righteousness. We will break the curse. We will break this 400-year curse. We will become a blessed people. We will become a blessed nation on earth. Thank you, Kyrie Irving, for sharing a peaceful message to Black America. Thank you, Kyrie Irving, for spreading a beautiful message to Black America. We know who the evil elites are. They expose themselves. The man of sin has revealed himself. The people who control the media spent weeks lying on Kyrie, dragging his name through the mud and forcing him to hide the truth and spreading out this fake word called anti-Semitic. We understand their games and their evil and their tactics, but change is coming. There is nothing Tsai and the ADL and the synagogue of Satan can do to stop the Creator's word from being played out. Before World War III comes and punish America for her violence to Black people, we will know the answer to this 400-year question. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. USA, Britain, EU is the end of the world, and the Black man and all the tribes of Israel will be the beginning of it that follows. All praise and glories be to the Most High. Our 400 years is up. Wake up, Black man. Wake up, Black woman, because the nukes are coming to punish America for her violence towards our ancestors and us today. Let's make sure that we are not a part of the 2/3 that will be cut off and die during America's destruction. 2023 is coming. I want y'all to go ahead and press like and subscribe and hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on my future videos. I love y'all. Stay prayed up. Stay bow down. I'm out.
That there will come a time when Black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves. Then the Black man will think like a Black man, and he will feel for other Black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause Black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one Black man, you are attacking all Black men. And this type of Black thinking will cause all Black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon Black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it.